live. We are
We're
100%
live.
Live and directional with the blacks and the browns.
yeah, and some of the whites that are allies. But
Oh,
you know,
Grandma, we like them.
we love our whites. Yo, shout out to all my white people out there that's allies in the struggle, and then love black people for just being people.
Just
You know what I'm
being
saying?
people.
Y'all not into any cultural appropriation or anything like that. I like white people that act the way they normally act around black people, even though they've been around black people all their life. I just want you to be your white self. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't grow up in the hood, you don't act hood. You ain't saying what's up, bro. I'm trying to learn the handshakes. You just in that motherfucker just doing your own white self. I like it.
Just be your own white self, but you just comfortable being around other people.
Just be comfortable being. Don't cold switch for me. Don't cold switch.
Oh, I can't stand it. You know what makes me want to punch somebody in their mouth?
What's that?
Is when they call me girlfriend. I want to really fight. Like it makes me really upset. Like it takes everything in me on a good day for me. And I need to not be off safety ever when that kind of stuff happens.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the show. Welcome to Intelligently Ratchet. I'm your host, DJ P Nominal. To my left is my almost naked brother, Bishop Otilius Omega, showing off the tattoos. And the wonderful, most incredible artist you'll ever meet in your life, Miss Candy Carver. How are you today?
Hey, I'm pretty good.
Wonderful. That's what I'm talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the audience, please make sure you share this on your timeline. If you're on Twitch, make sure you host us. Facebook or YouTube, make sure you share it to your timeline. It costs you nothing, as my brother Just would always say, but it does everything for us and helps spread the knowledge and share the word. So,
the good word of Intelligently Ratchet. How was your week, P? You know what I'm saying? You outside of DJ school and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Taking a master plan of marketed and such things.
Hey man, look, you know, I can't telegraph my moves. Just know they on the way. That's all I can say. But yeah, man, class has been going well, man. I've learned quite a bit from marketing and whatnot from superstar DJ Rose. So if he's watching, shout out to him. If you are considering taking this program, any DJs out there, it's definitely worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug him now and tell him you definitely go see him. Tell him I sent you.
That's what's up. And what's going on with you, Candy? How was your week?
It's been really great. Have you ever had really long days in a good way? You know, sometimes you're working and you're stressed or whatever, and it's a long day. Mm-hmm. Nah. This week, every day has been like 2 or 3 days in length. Do all kind of it's been wonderful.
Okay,
that's what's up. So basically, you've been getting shit done.
Exactly.
No, I've been getting. Life ain't about getting things done. Sometimes it's okay to do things.
Well, you said you said it was like a work week. I thought you were like knocking down goals and shit like that.
One of part of your goals should be to like enjoy the world.
So you enjoy
all of it around you.
Did you enjoy the shit out the world? Is what we asking. Was you like world? I'm enjoying the fuck out of you right now.
I actually did. Like in my gratitude, in my writing, in my gratitude of writing shit I do cuss.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You just gotta say it how it comes out. Ain't no need to edit it.
Because Candy was out in the woods. She was out there in the, you know what I'm saying, in the great blue air. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome. I love it.
Out there with mountain lions and goats and shit.
Oh. Not the mountain lions.
There were not.
We covered that a few weeks ago, man. You can't be slap box with the mountain lions.
There are no mountain lions.
Mountain lions. What up, Justin? Justice is still out there in the magical world. You know what I'm saying? He had a magical, delightful vacation. You know what I'm saying? No, yeah, I am relegated to the room right now because, you know, it's spring break. So, you know, everybody's home. So I got to come to the room to work in my bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So excuse me, you know what I'm saying? If you see clutter in my bedroom, we out here trying to get rid of extra amount of clothes. Cause you know what? We about to go to tiny house living. That's what I did this weekend. I went
tiny house living.
Yeah, we went to Charlotte because my little girl couldn't figure out whether or not she wanted to go to the beach, the mountains. And we knew the weather was going to be bad. So we was like, hey, Charlotte's an option too.
Okay.
And we found what was it? I think it was Lake Cove Marina in Charlotte. They have a tiny house village there that they rent out. So you can get the tiny house village. We got a family size tiny house. So mine's was a little bit bigger because it could sleep about 1, 2, 3, about 5 to 6 people. You know, because they had a loft area that you can, you know, and then they had a futon downstairs. So it was a pretty dope little tiny house. You know what I mean? Like if everything went bad in the world and they said everybody can get to a tiny house, as long as you give me a family style tiny house, I'd be good. I would have got a bigger TV. You know what I mean? But that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Tell us a little bit about the tiny house. I've never actually been in one. Is it literally what it sounds like? It's just a house, but just a miniaturized version?
It's a smallish house. It's like what they do. Look kind of like Danny. like Danny said, it's a smallish house, right? Yeah, it's pretty much like everything, all your amenities in it, bathroom, kitchen, all that stuff. It's just things that you have to do, like to do the stove. It was like wasn't a regular electric burner. You had to turn on a knob to start your stove up, and you had to tell the stove how long it could be on. So you would turn it up to 60 minutes. So that means you had 60 minutes of cooking. You know what I mean? And it would shut off after 60 minutes. And then you have to start it back over. You needed more time. But it's like it's efficient in that aspect. Okay. So if you only need to cook eggs, you only turn it to 5-10 minutes. You cook your eggs, and then you don't have to worry about turning off your stove because it turns off by itself.
Nice.
Yeah, but everything is all cool. Everything was all tiny-ish. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, it was like, you know, you got the beds. You know, we had a full, maybe a queen size bed on our spot, but they had the bunk beds and my daughter's room and all that stuff. So it was it was a great place of how they use the space and all that stuff. So it was really dope. So yeah, I would recommend it. It wasn't that expensive to get out there. So you could do it for a couple $100 for a couple of nights. You know what I'm saying? So it's not super duper expensive. And it may have been because it was on the off season. They were doing a bunch of construction, but they had small ones. Like if you don't need the whole thing, it was pretty dope. And then we just run around Charlotte and did stuff around Charlotte. Went to the aquarium and Discovery's place and all that stuff and ran around there. But yeah, man, it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope little weekend for the babies. You know what I mean? They first trip. Nice. And then yeah, that's how it went. So yeah. So everybody had a great weekend. Me and Kane was out there in the woods doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Justice still out in the what up, Raph? Just still out in the wilderness right now. You know what I'm saying? With mouses and whatever Pluto is. You know what I mean? Goofy. You know what I'm saying? He's out there. You know what I mean? With Princess Elsa and them because he has money. But we got a special guest, Candy. Candy procured, if I may, a guest. And we're going to go ahead and let Candy do her thug dizzle because she is the guest person of Intelligent Ratchet.
So our guest tonight is a current Durham resident, like awesome mom, wife, biggest of all, singer, songwriter of country music, and newly minted Apple Music show host of Color Me Country, Rissi Palmer.
There it is. Rissi. Hold on. I got to press the button, don't I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, Rissi. I was supposed to have this shit. Look.
I got the button, Bishop. Here you go.
I got it now. I got it.
No, you messed it up.
That's what happens on the Black People Show.
Okay. Yay.
There she goes.
Boom.
Yay.
He is here. Y'all give it up. Give it. Clap your hands for Rissi.
Welcome.
Extraordinaire.
No, thank you. I'm excited to be here. Y'all, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no.
I love Candy, cook food, so this is good. I appreciate it.
Oh, ain't no man ever bought me as many flowers as Rissi. Sorry to anybody, but ain't no man ever bought me as many flowers as Rissi. Like she is you know how we talk about giving people flowers while they're still here? Mm-hmm. That woman do it in real life.
But see, Rissi don't know you like we know you because you'll eat the flowers. She'll eat the. That's why we don't give them to her anymore. Because Kenny will eat the damn flowers.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
That's hateful.
Stop it. Get out your mouth. Get out your mouth.
I'm just gonna be who I am.
It's all
So
right.
Rissi has not only agreed
It's
to
all
come
right.
on tonight as our guest to talk to us about some of her new endeavors, but she's also agreed, y'all, to go through some of these topics with us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
Listen, because life is topic heavy right now. So
Yeah, it is.
I have thoughts, and I want us to colloquy to discuss them together. So this is good.
We are
come
here.
to the right place.
We have. I think this show is going to be very. It's heavy on the ratchet side. Like it's
That's
heavy.
what this space is
very,
about, because I know it's heavy.
It is very heavy on the ratchet side. I'm gonna be honest with you because you know what? I was the person that put the show together this go round. I ain't nobody helped me. I did it all by myself, mommy. I did it all by myself.
Not a fishbowl.
That's my fault. It's my fault. I was in the woods and the internet was bad, so I'm my bad. I'm sorry. I needed some tranquility.
Y'all gonna
That's
talk
his
about
life.
shit that I wanted to talk about. See, this is what's going down.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's what we're stuck with.
If you guys have not been baptized, this is the show to get baptized after. You need to go to church.
Just wait.
Go to church after this shit because it's about.
So I figure it's a good idea for us since our first segment is Bull and the Bull. We talk about things that are happening in our city. Yep. I think it's a really great idea for us to start it off talking about some of the things that Rissi has going on right now. If that's all right with you, Rissi?
No, that's what we want to talk to Rissi at first and foremost. So, Rissi.
Yes.
Mrs. Palmer.
Yes.
How did your black ass get in the country music?
First of all, can I say that's the best way that anyone has ever asked me that question? And so I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm here for you.
No, I appreciate it. So I grew up in a household where we listened to everything. Mm-hmm. So like mom and dad, I'm sorry, my 2-year-old is revolting. So okay. So no, we listened to everything. And so I just really I always used to like the stories in country music. And I always felt like, I don't know, like they were the best stories. And that was the kind of thing that I wanted to do. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think that I could be a country singer because I had never seen a black woman country singer before. Mm-hmm. And when I turned 18, I started working with actually 2 black women from St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis. And we started working on a demo and that kind of thing because I knew I wanted to be a singer. And while we were working on this demo, they were like, so what kind of stuff do you write? Like, what are you into? And I played them a couple of my songs. I played it on the guitar and they were just like, so that's a country song. And I said, yeah, I know. And they were like, well, who did you write that for? And I was like, I don't know. I guess like Reba McEntire or something. And they were like, well, Rissi, you sound good singing this. Like if this is what you write and this is how you sing, then you're a country singer.
Right.
And I was like, no,
I'm R&B.
I want like real talk. So I graduated in 99. So I wanted to be like Lauryn Hill. Like that's because that's who was like everything. And so that was, to me, was the pinnacle of what I could be in the music business. And they were like, well, if this is what you do, then this is what you are. And I used to fight it for the longest time. And then finally I was just like, yeah, I guess that's what I am. And so we full press. And I've been doing it ever since.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what I want to know. Like, how did you feel? You know, because we all get pigeonholed like on what you want to do, right? You know? Like because I feel you. I was the same way with comedy. I was a late bloomer with stand up comedy. Which everybody said, Bishop, yo, go do comedy. I'm like, nah, I'm a hip hoppity rapper man. You know what I'm saying? Guns, shoot.
Pop, pop, pop.
Pop, 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 pop. So I understand when you're coming from like DJ, Phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? He used to sell crack, you know what I'm saying? Before
Wait, what?
Let it go. Just let it go, Phenomenal.
I'm glad you turned your life around.
He did last week.
You know.
He turned around.
Found the light.
You know what I'm saying? He might still got some crack on him right now if you need it. But listen, you know what I'm saying? But
it's a Go ahead, Bishop.
No, I'm just fucking around. Go ahead.
Bishop can't help it, y'all. So basically, Bishop is going to be our comedian tonight because that's who he is. Because he is living in his purpose.
Right.
So, I found out. So I knew. I think I met you for the first time at the grant. There's a artist grant ceremony. Yes, there was an artist grant ceremony, and we were both awardees that year. And I think that was the first time I met you. And I think I remember I knew who you were. I knew that you were a singer prior, but I didn't. Y'all, I didn't know. No, so I was looking. I was digging, and I was digging, and I was looking, and so. And it looks like in 2007, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you write the song "Country Girl" as well?
I did. I wrote the
song.
mm-hmm.
"Country Girl," and you charted like first Black woman since like 1987. So in 2007, So in 2007, before that, there hadn't been another charting Black female country artist since 1987.
That's why I haven't seen a bunch of like Black female country singers. I mean,
they exist,
right?
They exist because country music is Black music.
Sure,
talk about it.
Yeah, country music is Black music. So, I'm sure within this space, you've had conversations with people who may disagree or not be familiar with American history in that capacity. Yeah. And they want to position it as though country music isn't for us.
Yeah.
And right. And so what is your dialogue for or with them in those kind of spaces? Well, around that topic.
That's the whole reason why I started the show. Color Me Country is about the Black, Latinx, and indigenous roots of country music in the past, the present, and the future. So I talk about, I do a lot of research. I do crazy amounts of research and read a lot in order to bring this stuff to the forefront on the show. And my comment to those people would be, okay, well, did you know that the banjo is an African instrument? It was brought over here from Africa. And there are people in Africa that still play the original instrument. All of the original string bands, they call it old time music now or bluegrass. The original string bands, they were all Black. They would give the slaves instruments, because a lot of the slaves played the kora and all these other things in Africa, and so they would give them guitars, they would give them fiddles, and they would teach themselves how to play, and then they would play for dances for the slaves. And then the master would see this, and they're just like, we could get it popping over Thanksgiving. And so then they would invite them over and have them play, and they would dress them up. And so a lot of the early string bands that you saw, the white string bands, they put on suits because they were trying to look like the enslaved people. And so it's country music is, I say this all the time on my show, it is the most American, one of the most American genres. And what I mean by that is enslaved people contributed to it, immigrants contributed to it, indigenous people contributed to it, and that's why it sounds the way that it does. And that's where it came from. It didn't start to split off until the 1920s. And that's basically the conversation. I mean, I could go deep, because there's a lot of it basically okay. So I'll give you an example of this. Y'all know the song "Let the Circle Be Unbroken." If you grew up in church, or if you've ever been to a Black church, you've sung "Let the Circle Be Unbroken." So that's a song that was created by enslaved people in the fields. That's what they would sing. Well, in the 1920s, a gentleman by the name of Leslie Riddle, who is a Black man, he was a preacher and he played the guitar. He was a singer. He was commissioned to teach the Carter family, who are thought of as the first family of country music. They're a white family.
Oh, I thought it was JC and them. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, not the descendants of that Carter family.
Okay, cool.
But they taught them how to play the guitar. Leslie Riddle taught them how to play the guitar because they didn't read music. And then he went around to Black churches and gathered music and brought it to them, and that's what made their first album. And one of those songs is called "Let the Circle Be Unbroken." And it's such a famous song that when you go into the Country Music Hall of Fame, the lyrics are on the wall.
Wow, so that's amazing.
Yeah, so we're all over it. Like Black people, Indigenous people, Latinx people, we're all over it. Like anytime you hear horns, like
Mhm.
Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, those are mariachi horns. They
Mhm.
came from Mexican people.
Yeah.
So it's just like we're all over it, but we've been sold this narrative that this is a white genre, and that not only is it a white genre, it's a white man's genre.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we bought it. Like everybody bought it. Like it
Well,
was it was so sold that we bought it.
is it because, and I'm gonna say, 'cause due to my ignorance on it, I thought it was like the white people had the country, we had the blues. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know,
Yeah.
and me coming up and you know what I'm saying, as far as you talking about segregated music, you know what I'm saying, outside of really just learning, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, how much Black people put into country, that you know, and everything. But I just, like I said, I think most people thought like I did, was like white people got country,
Yeah.
the stripped down version of the blues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, because the blues does the same thing, but it's more pain into it. So I just say,
Yeah.
okay, white people just they saw the blues. It's like, you know what, we just gonna make country because that's what you think of when you think of country. You don't think of
Right.
because that's the only thing that we've been shown. Like your Kenny Rogers, your, like you said, you know,
Johnny Cash.
Johnny
Like, yeah.
Cash, yeah, you know, and
Right.
Skinner.
But Bishop, to your point, what we've been shown though, based on the title of of Reese's podcast, Color Me
Yeah.
Country,
Right.
Linda Martell, like she the shit,
Yeah.
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Right.
Could you talk to us about why you chose the title your show Color Me Country, and how Linda Martell impacted that choice?
Yeah, absolutely. I call Linda Martell the patron saint of the show.
Mhm.
She was the first Black woman to ever play the Grand Ole Opry. She came out in 1968, the same year that Charlie Pride came out. And it was on purpose because they saw the success of Charlie and they wanted to replicate it with a Black woman.
Mhm.
And she was signed to a record label called Plantation Records.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How was that deal though? Was that deal good?
Like Plantation Records.
Oh my God.
And so she signed this deal, beautiful young woman, and she put out an album called Color Me Country, which is why my show is called that. And she's the highest to this day. In 1970, she is the highest charting Black female ever on the country charts at 22. That is the highest that a Black woman has ever made on the country charts.
Oh wow.
And that was in 1970.
Mm.
And so she should have been a huge star. And she was on Hee Haw. She did the Lawrence Welk show. She was on the Ray Price show. She did like all the specials and all that stuff with her little bouffant. She was super cute. And instead, the record company decided, they signed a white woman and they decided to put all their funds and materials into her and left Linda on the shelf. And so when Linda left the label, she left the label, started recording new music. They blackballed her. And she was never able to make music again. And so she left Nashville, changed her name, and she lives in South Carolina now.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Racism, you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's all that shit is. It's just pretty much just pure ass racism. I'm sorry. It angers me. It angers me when you don't get a spot because it fucking, you know, I don't know, man. Like, and we, you know what I'm saying? They run the music industry on our backs, just like the same way you just said it, you know, but it was just reverse. It was like they wanted that black dollar. They realized they said, you know what? She did well. Let's go ahead and get a black lookalike so we could go in and bring that black dollar in, because they're not buying our product until they see some representation on there. But you can't get too big, Negro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got because what you gonna do because this is before like Twitter and all that shit. So because if that record gets out and it gets to the right DJs and all that shit, you playing a Negro on a fucking white station and they go #1, and then you got to explain this when it come down to a Negro is the first person, because I'm saying Negro because that's what they used back then. You know what I'm saying? A Negro colored person is the number one, number two country star in the world at this point in time, which she could have been. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like they cut the legs from up under you, and it just angers my black ass. Go ahead.
So the Color Me Country show.
Sensing.
So your show, I've seen the first season. It seems to be focusing on women in particular, right? What made you choose that group so specifically? I mean, I can deduce, but I'd like to hear what made you choose that direction so specifically, as well as this Color Me Country Fund, and how that pairs or benefits that group of people as well.
So I'll start with the white women. Okay, so country music is well known that is very dominated by white men. Like, so much so that there was a thing called Tomato Gate about 6 years ago, where a radio programmer actually said this in public and didn't think anything was wrong with it. That's how fucked up it is. So, excuse me.
No.
So, is it good? Can I say that?
It's okay.
Motherfucker.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay,
Motherfuckers and fucks are all good. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking and fuck. Okay, there. So, sorry. No, so he got on at CRS, which is Country Radio Seminar, which is all the radio people come to Nashville to do radio shit. So he stood in front of everyone and he said, women are like the tomato on the salad. The men are the salad, the women are the tomatoes. You use them sparingly. This is what he said. So this was like a big controversial thing. Everybody was pissed. And then people started actually doing research and realized that, like, for every 5 to 10 men songs, they would play like one woman. So there's already a woman problem in Nashville. So a study just came out a week ago where they, over a 20-year span of country radio airplay, artists of color, that's men, women, and all other races other than white, and only 1% of the songs that were played over a 20-year span came from artists of color. But for black women, when you narrowed it down to black women, it was 0.06%.
Jeez, that's fine.
Over a 20-year, from 2000 to 2020.
That's crazy.
So not only does Nashville have a woman problem, Nashville has a a woman of color problem. And so I'm one of those blips. Like, myself, Mickey Guyton, Leah Turner, Star Diaslin, Crystal Shawanda. That's it.
Wow.
The 5 of us account for all the black women music that you hear. So, 5 of us.
How many? So what do you think? Is there a, you know, because we can say, you know, I mean, country music is trying to kick us out and all that stuff, right? Or not trying to let us in, or let sisters in, I should say that, you know, women of color in, no matter what color it is. Or is it also attributing that, you know, this is almost like a phenomena, you know, like, oh shit, it's black women singing country music? Where is this shit at? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see it in the forefront. There's not, like, you know, when I do an open mic or something like that, you know what I'm saying, I'll get black rock bands, I'll get black folk singers, I'll get electronic dudes just doing weird ass music with pots and pans and shit. You know, and I'm, no, for real, it was a dude came up there, he just sat on the floor and he totally believe it. And it was like, yeah, awesome. But it's like, where were the black country lady singers? You know what I'm saying? Or even there weren't even any black country singers even in the Durham area to come out. So it's like, how do we say, hey, this is an opportunity for us to come in and fuck shit up? You know what I'm saying? Here's an opportunity. The doors are almost wide open, and then all you need is you 5 to kick ass, and then it's like, oh shit, we're missing this.
The door's open,
The door's open. So do we have programs or something?
Well, that's why I started my show, because like what we do is I play artists, and so to answer both of your questions, that's why I focused on women of color, like the first season, and it's almost exclusively been, with the exception of, like, I did an interview with Darius Rucker, and I interviewed the Warren Treaty. They're a husband and wife team, but it's been mostly women.
Mhm.
And the reason I did that is because we don't get any airplay. Like we're not getting signed, we're not getting publishing deals, and we're
Mhm.
not getting any airplay. And so I wanted to make sure that I put us in the forefront. Like I've talked to Native American women, I've talked to Latinx women, and a lot of Black women. And so most of those women are independent and they're doing it all themselves. Like I've been independent for the last 13 years after I left my record label. And so I started the artist fund because I didn't want there to be a reason why these women weren't, or artists period, weren't pursuing their dreams. I didn't
Right.
want finances to be the reason why you couldn't do it anymore.
Mhm.
And so I was looking at it kind of like seed money. Like I'm going to help you start your business and then go forth and pay
Right.
it forward. And so, yeah, that was the whole idea behind that, because like you said, we're out here. It's just like a lot of times I think people are afraid of how people are going to look at them if they do it. I think people are afraid because I've gotten the question all the time. Oh, okay, so you must like to hang out with white people or something, or like you
We
must.
all do. They buy
Okay.
drinks.
I was gonna say they got gas money.
They got the
No,
There
gas.
you go.
so no, but like they, like, or like, oh, you must have grew up around a lot of white people, or like you must not like Black people, and it's like that. There
Mm.
couldn't be anything further from the truth. Like, love me, love us, and love my family. And I think that the two things can coexist. You can be Black and you can love country music, and like those things can live together happily in harmony. And so
Like
I think a lot of people are afraid like of how they're going to be perceived and how they're going to be received. So, yeah.
I've got a question.
Yes.
So how do you go from, basically to keeping Black women to a minimal as far as their voices and representation is concerned? Go from that to performing at the Grand Ole Opry as recently as earlier this year. Can you tell us
Yeah.
how did that come about?
I have no fucking idea. No, I just like, honestly,
That's all
this
right.
past year has been really crazy. Like, it's
We talked
been
about
like,
that.
this year has been nuts.
Remember, we talked about that, like
Yeah, we
how
did.
2020 was. I remember whispering it to her like it was a secret because I was worried for some reason. I was like, Reese,
What the hell is
y'all.
going
I was
on?
like, Reese. I was like, do it feel like there's money falling from the sky? And she looked at me and she said, yes, it does. And we couldn't figure it out. I was like, so has it been here all along for us? It makes you think that you can do so much more. It like opens yourself. Your keep going. I just remember.
No, and listen, we totally had that conversation. And I really think I call them reparation checks from Jesus. And I appreciate them and I will accept
I like
them.
that.
They cash and you can feed your babies with them. It's awesome.
Right.
No, I just think that is a combination of timing. I think if I can give any advice to anybody that's watching the show and is trying to figure out like what they want to do and if they want to stay in, I think staying in the game is a big part of it.
Right.
Like, by hook or by crook, staying in the game. Like, if you have a focus, if you have a dream, if you have a hope, whatever, and you can make it happen, and however you have to hustle to make it happen, keep going. I have been off of a label since 2009. I left my record label in 2009. And I moved here after I got married, and I started doing it independently. And we've been like the little engine that could. We've been making all this stuff happen from our house in Durham. And I played Lincoln Center after I left a record label, after I didn't have a manager, after I didn't have an agent. I got my show on Apple without an agent, without a manager, without a record label. I just signed a deal with CMT without a manager, without an agent, without a record label. And
Nice.
so it's just like, I just think if you stay the course, I think that's the biggest part. And then number two, like everybody finally, I don't know why, like everybody just decided, I mean, George Floyd, Sandra Bland, all of that, like you just wake up and it's just like, I guess everybody looked around and was like, wait a minute, there's racism here.
Yeah,
And so,
I think that's what it is. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say.
happened.
Everything blended in.
Yes.
Everything blended in when because I play games and shit. When I realized that 2K was selling Black Lives Matter shirts that your little character could get, you know what I'm saying? And then you have a message on Call of Duty that's all about shooting people about, hey, Black Lives Matter. And they start adding more, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Shoot everyone, but Black Lives
shoot
Matter.
everyone,
Shoot
but Black Lives
Black
Matter.
Lives Matter.
Hey.
Look, we need to find some money for these black people.
We need
I
to
don't
get
care
these
if they tap dancing,
Right.
country music, make fucking
them
paintings.
niggas money.
We need to
Right.
find
Bring
some money for these motherfucking black people.
Bring
Go.
some briefcases in. Bring the briefcases in.
But I'm agreeing with Rissi a little bit. I think what it is, it's probably like a culmination of we had to sit our asses down in 2020, and the people that were too busy, that meant well, were too busy to listen. And then when we had to sit our asses down, and when they realized, like, oh shit, because like you said, a lot of times it's not that that they're necessary racist, they just may be deaf to it,
Yes.
And it's just like with men and everything, what I mean, kind of like me and Candy had a conversation. It's kind of one of those things where you have the ability when you have to sit down and there's nothing else going on that you can evolve, and you can say, oh, my bad, or hey, and they might not necessarily say that, we need a black person, like, oh shit, but they are also contributing stuff too. Let's give them a shot because they do need a shot, because we're not asking record labels out in Nashville. We're not asking you to sign every black country singer because some of those are whack ass black country. They're not good. They're not good at all. Only sign the people that you think are good. And that's all we ask for. You know what I'm saying? Can we get that up to about 13% of black women in there? Let's get 13%. Let's start. That's a good number. Let's get them talking. Let's get them motivated. And they do a good job, you sign some more. You know what I mean? And then that way, you got a whole genre of black country music.
That's right.
That you now control, and then you can start making them drink syrup and all this stuff like you did hip hop music. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, let's get everybody.
And then we like to dance on tables too. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just like we want to tap dance. No, it's funny. I had this conversation earlier. I think that it's good. Like, so everybody likes to say that this is a renaissance that's happening because Mickey Guyton just got nominated for a Grammy, and Jimmy Allen has had several number ones, and there's Darius Rucker and the success that he's had, and then my show, and Apple Music has 6 shows hosted on Apple Music Country by black artists, which I think is pretty amazing. So everybody's now is like patting it, like, we've done it. We've solved racism. Everything is
right.
That's
gotta go.
But no, we haven't solved racism until people. Now, if y'all don't know who Darius Rucker is, that's Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish. That's Hootie.
Exactly.
That's Hootie. You know what I'm saying? There.
But I think you haven't solved the problem. Like, it won't be a renaissance for me until there are 5 Mickeys on every label. Because there can be 5 Luke Bryans. Like, Luke Bryan looks just like freaking Brett Aldridge, and like I can't even name their name because they're all the same dude. Like, it's the baseball cap and the guitar and the guitar and like in the jeans and the t-shirts and all that. So if there can be like 10 of them, there can be 10 Mickeys. There can be 10 Jimmy Allens. There can be 10 Darius Ruckers. Like, there can be 5 Rissi. You know what I'm saying? Like, there can be, or Hootie. There can be that. And until there is that, then no, we're not having a renaissance. We're just like, me being famous doesn't help anybody but me. And so like, or Darius being famous doesn't help anybody but Darius. So like, it has to be a collective, like, we're changing the way we do everything. Like, we have black A&R, or we have Latinx A&R, or we have LGBTQ A&R. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have representation in all facets of the business, not just in front of the camera. That's a renaissance. That's a big deal.
When you go into the boardrooms, that's when you should see the work. When you walk into the boardroom, most people are making decisions, because if everybody's in the boardroom is from a different, we can't be mad then, because it's like this. Oh no, we still signed the same 10 white dudes, but the boardroom, the boardroom was dope. They just don't like none of the shit that you put out. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame.
That's
Right.
right.
It's a different area.
Right.
You know, it's a different area. It's like, you know what I mean? No, you can't say, oh, it's because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a Latinx and I'm a transgender Latinx country singer. Because no, we had 5 or 6 transgender Latinx
We got
CEOs that said your shit was trash. Go back to the drawing board.
Go back to the drawing board.
Go back
Sorry,
to the drawing board.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then when we have that, and then it's like this, and then when we have that representation, then we can talk about, well, the talent pool isn't there, you know, because you have enough people listening, and you can say, yeah, the talent pool just isn't there, and that's the reason why we're not signing the people that look like this or the people that want these things. So, but now this is dope, man. I'm gonna listen to your podcast. I don't do country music, but you know what? I'm going to. I don't listen to country music because, again, I don't know why.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, we talk about what we don't listen to, what we do listen to. We have all these ideas. So, Rissi invited me one time to what was it? It was a recording, Rissi? The recording, the PBS recording.
Oh, yeah.
So,
the PBS thing.
If I love you, I don't care. Like, I'm coming because I love you. Right? So, I ain't know what I was fitting to walk into. Right? I didn't know.
I love you.
Right. Like, I didn't know, and I didn't care. If I love you, I'm coming. Right? And so, y'all, shit was hot. So don't like go in with whatever preconceived notions you have about what a certain genre of music looks like, right? Go in like knowing you're going to listen to Black music. That if that's where your space of like comfortability is, like go in from that perspective. And
that's a great way to think of it.
Yeah, and you give yourself the opportunity to really hear what's coming versus,
you know what? I'm going to tell you what you should listen to. So if you're a novice country listener. So I'm going to tell you, start with Willie Jones.
Okay.
American Dreams,
Willie Jones. Because you know who I am? I don't know if this counts because what happens is this right here. Country blends into like ballad rock and shit like that. Like I'll listen to like, you know, because I don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I know Tim McGraw.
I know Tim McGraw
did the shit with Nelly. I was like, oh shit, that's dope. You know
over and over again. Yeah.
Right. He did this shit with Nelly. Ooh, that's great. You know what I'm saying? I can fuck with that, right? I fuck with country grammar. But then it's like, you know what I mean? Then I get into the dude that's saying like a rock. I could like what's his name? Like a rock. Bob Seger. I fuck with Bob Seger hard body. I'm like,
got it.
Oh Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna say, I don't know if that's country. I don't know if that's ballad rock. I don't know where that lyric is, but I like the music.
Ballad rock.
Ballad rock. Okay, because I like them. Like rock. I was strong.
Since we get to keep Rissi for a little while longer than just her interview today, right? We're gonna go on and transition. We're gonna transition since we talk about music anyway, right?
Okay.
Why don't we just go on and transition into this? My preface is my face might make ugly faces. So
I'm scared.
Lil Nas X.
Oh Jesus.
He's got a new music video out, and at the same time, he's also released a shoe that has that's they're supposed to be the Satan shoes.
Your faces.
Shut the faces.
And they have a drop of human blood in them.
Yep. So I read the article because I need this in my life. I haven't watched the Lil Nas video yet because I'm just not a Lil Nas fan.
I watched it. I watched it just to see what all the hype is about.
Yo, listen. I was like, okay, whatever. So it's something going on, but I learned some things about the video. That's his first name, actually. His name is Montero.
Yeah.
So that's his first name. So it's not Nas. I thought it was Nasir. You know what I'm saying? But so he did it with Mischief, and they've known, like, this company is known for making outlandish, pop in your face, trolling type of products and stuff like that. And they guess where the blood is coming from? From 16 of their staff members. So it's people at Mischief that gave their blood.
Imagine that.
So it's like, so they did that shit. And what I'm saying is this right here. Little Nas X, like everybody's up in an uproar, like, oh my God, I'm like, yo, people been using satanic, like fucking Ozzy Osbourne bit a bat.
Man, 3 6 Mafia. I listened to 3 6 Mafia.
Mafia.
So much 3 6 Mafia.
Hold on. And also
I still listen to 3 6 Mafia.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
They make good music.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
You know what I'm saying? DMX a little bit here and there with the Damien series. So it's like this. So yeah, some of JC lyrics, the only palms I read was on the arms of my niggas. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Satan that's in music. Okay, you know what I'm saying? The devil, the homeboy that sold his devil to that's country music, right? Yeah. The guy that sold his devil to okay, cool. Yes.
He went down to Georgia. He
went down to Georgia.
He got one.
So,
he got one.
So, but guess what? So when you come through, so you got to look at this, the value, the shock value of it. Little Nas X is a troll. Like we have to understand who Little Nas X was.
He
is. It's like he is what all my Facebook statuses ever are in one person. Because I'm the trolliest troll person on Facebook. I will go in your comments and I would just mess your comments all the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's who I enjoy it, and people that know me enjoy it too. So it's like this. That's what I'm looking at it as. I'm like, it goes with the video. You know what I'm saying? It goes with the video. All that ties into marketing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all can. You know what I'm saying? And because it only holds weight, from what I've been taught, it only holds weight if you give it that energy, right? So. I'm saying this right here. Is it a cool ass marketing what he did? It has what Luke chapter 10 verse 18 in it about how the devil fell from descended from heaven. So this is what he did with the pricing. They had to make 666 pairs at the price of $1,018.
Correct.
You see what he did there? That? See how he did that? It's all marketing. And then they say, the little blood and all that, 1 drop of blood was in there and all that stuff. Because it's people out there that want to be, I don't want to say avant-garde, but they just want to be different. They want to say, I did it just to do it.
It gets the people going.
I don't know what it means.
But it gets the people going.
So it gets people going.
That's all we've been talking about all weekend. So
right.
Mission accomplished.
It worked. Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as bad publicity anymore.
Exactly. It's not. That's what he did. Like, what you gonna do? What do you want to do to cut through all the chatter? I'm gonna make some sneakers. Which are some dope. First of all, the red and black without the pentagram, they some dope ass looking sneakers.
They actually do look pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
They look
take away the pentagram and they look pretty good.
If you take the pentagram off,
you take the
Y'all
pentagram
have fun with that. Y'all have fun with that.
I'm not gonna
the way my grandmas and them were built, I can't put them shoes on. Like,
no, I'm not gonna wear them. Absolutely not.
Definitely not gonna wear them.
Oh, you going straight
minus
to hell.
The pentagram though. The design itself was
y'all are hilarious.
If you get it, but I'm talking about the colorway. Satan got an ill ass colorway. What I'm saying is, you know, that red and black skin. You gotta admit, homie got a nice colorway. You know what I'm saying?
Question. Look, and the question I have is, over the last week or so, there's things that happen. This is one of the things we talk about, and another one is the Peeps flavor Pepsi. Who the fuck is the motherfucker who got the shoes and is drinking Pepsi?
Yo,
I'm nervous about that human.
If you drink Peep flavored Pepsi,
and
wearing those shoes, you are going straight to hell. Peep.
Wait, I'm sorry. Peep flavors?
Yeah, you know, like the little Peeps,
like Peeps,
the nasty ass Peeps, the yellow.
Wait, I'm Googling.
Sweet sand. It's like sweet sand, whatever it is.
Oh, damn, it's true.
Right, look,
I wasn't making it up.
Yeah, Peep. But listen, but hold on. We got
it's disgusting, isn't it?
Before we move on to that, Nike is also suing
The hell out of Lil Nas X.
Not Lil Nas, but Mischief.
Well, excuse me, the company that made it for him. Excuse me.
The company made him because Nike, because everybody started boycotting Nike. Like, nah, you guys are saint worship. Like, hold on, we didn't fucking allow these to happen. Right? They didn't allow, because a lot of these sneakers that people go out there and get, they get with third party companies. They could just buy a bulk bunch of sneakers, and they customize the sneakers. Right. And normally Nike doesn't. Okay, fuck it. You get these crazy sneakers. It's all good. They already paid for the sneakers. We don't care what you do with them after it. Exactly. But they're like, whoa! Don't boycott us because we didn't launch these. This is launched from the company Mischief. So so they're doing copyright infringements and all of that stuff on there. So be careful what you put on your Nikes or your other sneakers and everything like that.
Yeah. And keep your to yourself. Don't put them on my fucking shoes.
Yeah, don't put your blood in my shoe.
But here's my question for y'all. Now, do you think it would have been as big of a uproar if the video didn't accompany the shoe? If it had just been the shoe and Lil Nas X doing his thing, and he's like, "Hey, 666, look at me," versus the video when he was making out with the snake and twerking on the devil, and then he killed him. Like
he twerked the devil and killed the devil.
He twerked on the devil with some high heels on, gave him a full blown twerking lap dance, and then he snapped his neck and then took his horns and put him on himself.
Put him on his head.
So he the new devil.
He the new devil.
Is that how you trade? Listen, because you know the devil is
him and Marilyn Manson gonna make a mixtape.
You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'm a full bled, you know what I'm saying, understanding that, you know what I'm saying, there's different levels of hell and everything like that and all that. So, but my thing is right here. Imagine if that's how they transfer power. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, you give you a lap dance, I'm gonna stamp your neck, and now I'm the new devil.
That is hilarious. Thank you. That shit is so funny. That the devil transfers his demonic powers.
Hold on, wait. Bishop, how you doing?
Way of a lap dance.
There you go.
Devil lap dance, kitty.
Oh, by way of lap dance and the pulling of the horns off.
No, don't patch your weed. No.
I love it. No. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's still disgusting. It's just disgusting. I don't know. That's not the kind of relationship I would want.
That's an abusive ass relationship. I don't want
it. It is. It's
I know the devil is who he is, but damn it, you gotta snap his neck. You know what I'm saying? He has a job to do.
He does. He does.
You out here, Little Nas X, all sexy and shit. You're like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get this lap dance. Because, you know, the devil had a long-term relationship with Saddam Hussein and shit for a while. If you watch South Park, you know what I'm saying? Now
that's right.
He just getting back out here. You know what I'm saying? He having a little fun. Little Nas X come in like, okay, I'm fucking with Little Nas.
Devil trying to have a hot girl summer.
Trying to have a hot girl summer. You getting a little lap dance.
Oh God.
Is he having a hot girl summer? Or is he having a white boy summer? Like, have you seen Chet Hanks in the White Boy Summer?
Oh,
please look here. I need you all to go to Instagram and I need you to look up Chet Hanks and him talking about his white boy. He said, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like it's about to be a white boy summer, hot white boy summer. Wow. And like he was like, I'm talking about joints like John B. I died. I was like, John B does not deserve this slander. John B gave us They Don't Know. Leave him alone. Let that man mind his own business.
What is he doing right now?
Be a hot white boy summer.
He got pulled into it.
He got pulled into it. He wasn't doing nothing. And so so today he released the tape because everybody was mad at him. So he's gonna release a Black Queen t-shirt to accompany the White Boy Summer t-shirts.
Okay. I want a white boy t-shirt.
I think the white boy summer t-shirt is hilarious, and I wish sometimes that we would not need to do that.
Yo, first of all, let's all buy white boy summer t-shirts. That's
Give me a second.
Listen, it's all in fun. I mean, I haven't heard, but I hope he, you know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you gotta, because first of all,
Yo, Morgan. Morgan said they about to blow up your DMs.
Go ahead, get all in them DMs.
Get in there.
Shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Shoot your shot. I mean, you're gonna get rejected a lot, but you know what I'm saying? As long as you're not coming from a place of you know what I'm saying, fetishism, you know what I'm saying, shoot your shot.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't be disrespectful.
Yeah, don't be disrespectful. Don't come in that. Listen, first of all, don't talk about a weave off top. Be white though. Don't
Just be regular white. Just be a regular white man. Don't try to be like use colloquialisms and shit.
Right.
With
Don't
the
none of
fade
that shit.
and all
None of
that.
that.
And the,
You can
the
have a fade
designs,
though.
Right.
the lines.
Don't do that.
Hold on. Some like listen, like my homeboy Kelsey that played. Some dude just got it with him. You know, some
Oh, you talking
kind
about Travis?
It's different though.
Yeah.
Oh, Trap, yeah.
Woo,
Travis.
yeah, that's different. That he just who he is. Yeah, let Travis Kelce live life. Yeah.
From
That's a different thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't, but be just who you are. If you got the fade, if it's just come in, you could be a Guido, you could do whoever you want to be. Just be whoever you are.
Right. If you happen to have a black barber before you DM to her,
right. If
then
you just
continue to see
across the street from Harlem, if you grew up across the street from Harlem, some of the black coaches that splashed on you, it's just you.
Splash. It's just
you might live hood adjacent.
Right.
It happened.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. If all your girlfriends were black in high school, fuck it. Okay, that's what you like. We here. if you're Gary Owens, you know what I'm saying? Gary Owens could slide to go. I feel like Gary Owens just got
Gary. I don't know.
You think Gary
will make?
Yep, Gary
I
Owens.
don't care to talk about him right now.
I'm on Gary Owens' side. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm not on anybody's side in that. I don't know what Gary Owens did. He cheated. You know what I'm saying? So again, I can't be on his side because he cheated. But I'm just saying he's available right now, ladies. So you know what I'm saying? He may have changed.
Yeah, that's always possible, right? It's not cheating ain't crack, so possibly.
Yep, you get off of it.
Cheating ain't crack.
Cheating ain't crack. It's easy for you to get off of. Just
right, and you can possibly, change some shit up. You talking about relationships? I personally am motherfucking sick, and I know it's crazy because the other week I was like, oh, this young lady seems to have her head together, but I'd really like us. Can we figure out someone else's relationship to talk about besides Sweetie's? Like they done broke up, and somehow all of these pieces continue to fall, and I'm not sure why we can't. That's mean. That was mean. Keep somebody else talk for me.
I'm guessing you're going to say you're not sure why it's becoming such a long-winded discussion. Things didn't work out. They broke up. But today and yesterday, all I can see every time I scroll down my timeline is this infamous video of them fighting in the elevator. And apparently, she took a swing at him. There was a tussle.
My thing is this right here, ladies. I'm talking about all my ladies all over the world. Stop swinging on men. Please stop swinging on men and then want to play the victim. What I'm gonna say is this right here. I do not. This is the equivalent of women swinging on men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a grown ass man. I'm 247
pounds.
212 pounds.
Oh,
I walk up to a damn black bear in the middle of the woods and smack the shit out the motherfucker. And expect that black bear not to tear my ass to pieces. Shoot the black bear, it attacked me. No. You know why I don't? You know why I don't smack black bears?
Because you don't want them to attack you.
I don't want to get fucked up.
You know about that life.
Now, it's a potential that I might hit the black bear strong enough in the right place and knock that motherfucker smooth out.
I'm not sure what, and I hear you, I'm not sure what that the inclination to behave that way. No, right. I don't know about that either.
No, I'm saying this right here.
I don't know where. I don't know. I ain't a psychologist, so I don't know where the need or exactly where that behavior comes from. But I'll assume I'll assume that you saw it somewhere, because generally we model behavior that we see in our younger years, right?
Right. So
I'm not saying it's okay.
Black bears.
Right. I'm not saying it's okay at all. That's not what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that it generally doesn't come from a place of like, it's you just modeling the shitty shit you saw, right? Yeah. It's not okay.
No, it's definitely not. My thing is
you're reenacting the trauma. What you're saying.
I don't like this right here. If you're gonna get in a fight with a human being, mm-hmm. right? Don't also try to play the victim after you threw the first. Why? if you initiate the fight. Now, my thing is this right here. If you, because you know, what I mean, again, I think like I can say everybody on here looks like that their hands are, you know, everyone can get these hands. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
I got big hands. Yeah,
right.
we got these.
I was gonna
big
say I
old
got
hands.
big.
You play a guitar and I be painting. I have big old hands.
Big old hands.
You touch anybody on a television Ratchet right now the wrong way, you gonna catch these hands.
No,
my thing is this right here. It's like this, but don't play the victim, right? Don't say, hey, he attacked me, he's an abuser. No. You guys were fighting. That was a fair fight.
You were fighting.
You were fighting as a couple, which is wrong, and you shouldn't fight anybody. You shouldn't hit anyone. But if you guys are fighting, no, that's a fight. One of you lost. One of you got, you know what I'm saying, caught it a little wrong. But we're not going to do this right here. We're not going to say you attacked me when you were fighting. Being attacked is Quavo walking in the house.
Yeah, just
backing you up, knocking you down, kicking you, and you can't defend yourself, and you having to defend yourself because he's angry. But don't be in an argument and then you initiate the hitting, right? And then you get hit more, or in everything like that. So
and in this case, it wasn't even. It didn't even go that far. I mean, she swung on him. There was a bit of a tussle over his bag, or I'm not exactly sure what that was. It was a large case, probably a suitcase. Yeah. And when she fell, they both fell at the same time. And then he got back up. He didn't like stomp her, punch her, kick her, nothing. He just literally just stood there till the elevator got where he was going. She got up under her own power and walked out the elevator. Like there was no after the fall, there was no more. Like tussle, fall, stop. Okay.
I seen that in the mall one time.
Like straight. Okay.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
There's no audio. All we can do is see it. We don't know what he said.
I don't know. Right. We don't.
Oh, you already know. Contact. He was all kinds of. You dirty ass mother. Yeah, it was bad. But I hate you so much.
Was that before the breakup?
Wait, hold on. I need that face again. Do it again.
I hate you so much.
You gotta pass the weed while you're doing it. I hate your stinking ass.
I'm gonna call your mom.
Yeah, you look just like your daddy.
You hate it. Yeah, it was. You already like the thing that bothered me. I think about the whole because it was a fight. Like it was. Right. It wasn't like Quavo was smacking her. They were fight. It was from what we saw. Right. I'll say that.
Right.
It looked like it was a fight, but I didn't like the comment. I always read the comments to see what the temperature is, and I didn't like that's black love. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh,
and
I didn't see that. Oh no.
Is it? Like a lot of people were actually a lot of people were defending it, and they were just like that's what relationships are. And like if that's what your relationship is, then no.
Run, nigga, run.
Both parties. Fellas, run. If your woman hits you, call it in, fall out. Put some Alka-Seltzers in your mouth and fall out. I don't care how big her ass is. I don't care. She's 4'11", you 6'2". She hits you, you fall the fuck out. You fall over the coffee table, get you a cut or something, and call it in. Because you don't have to be in an abusive relationship in any level. Nobody should be hitting. They ain't in a relationship if you got to hit on somebody. You know what I'm saying? To try to control them. I'm not your child. Like, listen, if you my thing is right here, I don't have to beat my children. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to beat my children. You got them, like, because my voice do it. You damn right. If you know what I'm saying, if my wife come in here and smack me in the head or some shit like that, first of all, I'm not gonna fight her ass back because she's heavy-handed. But you know what I'm saying? Second of all, you know what I'm saying, I'm out of a relationship. You're not just gonna beat me. You know, if you can't use your words, and I think relationship, what we have to understand is this right here. We have to stop looking for the fat ass, the money, the big dick, and all that shit. You know what we need to start asking when you on your first date? Besides what you do, what is your conflict resolution? How is your conflict resolution game going?
There you go.
Because that's all it is. Because you can decide, right? Yeah, you can choose. There's some things that aren't in your capability. Like Bishop has titties and he's a man. He can't do nothing about that. But Bishop can work on having better conflict resolution skills. He can work on his communication and know that
titties. It's hard to swing punches when you got titties. It's hard. How do y'all guys do it? How do you get in girl fights? I mean, I don't understand. My titties is all in my way. I can't.
We just got a different kind of reach around. That's all. We know.
Reese, you can see there's a high level of comfort here and familiarity between our families.
I don't know if you saw my face, but like for a second I was like, I have to go.
That's when you hear with the church fan.
You're amongst family. You're amongst family. This ain't your podcast. This is. I hope your listeners are listening to this.
Yeah, right. We a little different. Well, where you get you get to let your hair down and relax. Yeah, we did. We're a little bit turned up.
Was like, Rissi texting all her people. Y'all can log off now. My interview is over. I gotta take this off. I got the page. This nigga said
on Twitter.
Swinging shit with titties.
Oh, they on Twitter. They on Twitter.
They're on Twitter right now.
Looking at some man's titties is out. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Whole story different now.
Yep. This is not CBS Sunday. This is not that.
She just in here with them. She all in here with them.
She all in here with them. Just encouraging it.
All in there with them.
with them with both F's. But yeah, there's those things. But you're right, Bishop. Those components in partnership matter more, like conflict resolution. Because everybody fight. Everybody argues. Everyone in relationships disagree. Mm-hmm. However, it's the recovery from the disagreements, right? Exactly. It's the being able to communicate and know how to recover from the disagreements. Not that you don't argue. That's bullshit. That your favorite Instagram couple that takes lots of pictures and both of them got 6-packs and their kids is cute and they always on a fucking vacation.
Right.
It's a lie. And those niggas argue too. Everybody argues.
It's depending on how because you can have an argument or you can have a heated discussion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this. It's all about fighting fair, right? You can fight as long as you fight fair. You know what I mean? Talk about disagree like on a level. It's like this. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this is how you argue. Okay, me and Candy, we live together on Earth 616. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a different Earth. It's not this one right here. You know what I'm saying? Me and Candy, she's a painter. I'm a comedian. I get home too late, right? Boom. The discussion is you're at home. You're coming home too late, too many nights. Mm-hmm. And we have a discussion because, hey, I need to be out because I'm a comedian. Well, you need to get up because I want to see you. I need to, you my muse, whatever. And you have that conversation. This is where it goes wrong. When you be like, well, that's why your mama ain't raised your punk ass right. You know what I'm saying? It is right. You like, whoa, with that shit. Then you gotta defend my motherfucking mama.
Well, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Right. I'm gonna do what I'm. You can't hold me. I'm the man of this motherfucker. Like what? Oh, that's not fighting fair.
Right.
You keep the battle about what the battle was about, and don't bring up because then what you do is then you try to you feel like you need to win this fight instead of make changes. And it's like this, when you fight, also have an expectation. You have to set an expectation. And you know what I've always done? When you say you going out too much, you know what I ask? So in your mind, what's too much?
What is too much?
How much is too much? And when you can't answer that, guess what your argument is not on solid foundation. So guess what Bishop Omega does? Kick your motherfucking argument over and keep on doing what the fuck I do until you get your mind right. I'm teaching you a lesson. I don't want to go out in these streets, but I'm teaching you a lesson of conflict resolution.
I did that, so you don't have to. Hope did that.
Hope did that.
So you don't have to. Right.
Exactly.
Look at that. I got those tires slashed.
But if I don't know that, I think we're just getting to places, and I say us. I'll say like some of it's age, but we can be more specific since we're talking about these two individuals.
Right.
Like the learning of communication and conflict resolution. I think it happens for some people later in life, but I also think that like Black folks are just learning. We're learning the vocabulary and the skill set. We're just getting a lot of these tools.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think some of it's because of therapy, right?
Girl.
But I think also some of it's because of good social media, not bad social media, but good social media that creates spaces for vulnerability. right?
Yes.
So it allows people to talk about their challenges versus all the hot shit that they do and take pictures of and see and have, right? So I think both of those things have given like Black people access to the toolkit.
Yeah.
And also realize, and I'm sorry not to cut you off, and realize when you said toolkit, because it's something that my brother said. He was saying that you have to realize that sometimes the person that you're trying to be with is so broken, you may not have the tools to deal with that.
That's true.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to be like, you know what? Listen. Oh shit, you a dumpster baby. I can't fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. Like,
No.
I can't.
Not a prom night dumpster baby. No.
Brenda. Your mama was Brenda.
Not Brenda. Not Brenda.
I'm scared to come back.
Oh,
but you know what I'm saying?
Brenda's got a baby. Lord, this was the one.
Could you imagine that with that person like Brenda's baby, what Brenda's baby is dealing with in their 40s right now? Brenda baby is 32 years old right now. Brenda baby is 32. Think about it. Brenda baby is a grown ass person right now.
But yeah, some people they and ain't nothing Brenda, you can do.
There ain't nothing I can do. I can't do nothing with Brenda's baby. I can't look. You can't. How you gonna bring that conversation? You mad with your mama for always asking you for money, and you sitting there and Brenda's baby looking at you. Well, shit, my mom threw me in the motherfucker.
See. And now we're here. Exactly.
No, Brevin. Not obviously not you, Brevin. Not you.
Oh, Brevin. So yeah, I guess I try to look at that people. I try to look at people's challenges as lessons, or see what I can pull, what good I can pull from it for myself, or for other people. And for that situation, yeah, you gotta step up your.
I'll say this. I think that therapy, especially couples therapy, is highly underrated and not talked about enough. Couples therapy will save your life. Like not just your marriage, but it'll save your life. Like because it makes you, having a good therapist, I should say. Not every therapist is created equal, but having a good therapist that can talk you through your stuff. Like a lot of divorces, a lot of issues. Like some things you can't help. Like it just is what it is. But I think that if you have that person that can see you through, the third party that can talk you through it, it's miraculous. Like I can speak on it in my own marriage. Like my husband and I, we go to therapy. We've been going to therapy for years, and I think that it helps. It makes us better. It's made us better. We fight better, and we speak to each other differently than we used to. And it's like a lot of times it's just a difference of style. It's a difference of personality. It's a lot of things. And so you have to invest the time. Like love doesn't just happen.
Right.
Like you fall in love, but then you got to actually do something about it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your next single right there. You gotta you fall in love, but you gotta do something about it.
Happen.
Yeah, love doesn't just happen.
That'd be an ultimate. That's the best country song ever. Love for a Dumpster Baby. That shit was hard. You talking about sad stories, nigga?
So Bishop, so Rissi, you need to put it on the revival. This is the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition, yeah, the Dumpster Baby. That's gonna be the new release.
Right,
we'll re-release the album.
But nah,
I'm gonna need Rissi to be more creative than Bishop and come up with a better damn title.
Come up with a better title, but in there you got to fit that Dumpster Baby in there and trying to love him. Dumpster Baby.
Dumpster babies need love too.
Dumpster babies need love too.
Oh, there it is.
Just to get some love right now.
Who's that?
Yo, New York.
Oh no, hold on. No, we can't skip. We talked about her. We gotta talk about Sweetie. Talk about
her.
Because what I was saying, not New York from I Love New York. But
that's what I thought. Just like,
yeah.
What is she doing?
What's she doing?
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant at all.
Oh no, I was saying, but we can't skip over the fact that Sweetie is saying Ebro's criticism
hurt her
of her freestyle gave her PTSD.
I saw that floating around. So explain what did she actually say? I saw Ebro had a response, and I remember when she was up there. This is when she was brand new. This is when what was the first joint when she went off the My Neck My Back beat? The So Icy joint. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I remember she was pressing Ebro real hard in that interview, like, "Yo, I want to rap. I want to rap. Hey, I want to rap." And then he was kind of like, "Yeah, we'll get to the bars," but like, and then like she finally did, and then this wasn't the polished version of Sweet that it is now. It's the I just learned how to rap yesterday version of Sweetie.
Right.
And J. Cole told us a similar story, but he was, telling it from a happy place. So what was the story about Ebro and PTS and the PS?
So Ebro pretty much gave her the criticism right there. And honestly, he just gave really great, honest criticism. It's like, yo, you need to be more polished. The bars wasn't there. They were at best mediocre. Your punchlines didn't punch. You know what I'm saying? And really just pretty much said, yo, it's kind of like what people would do with comedians. You didn't get to the funny there. You didn't hit the, you know what I'm saying? You didn't get to where you needed to get to. Now the bones are there, but you just don't have them. You don't have enough meat on those bones to be up here doing what you're trying to do.
Right.
And what I'm saying is right here. As a rapper, first of all, this is what gets me. Fuck that. You cannot be no sucker ass nigga. Excuse me. You can't be no sucker ass nigga in this motherfucking rap shit. Like, no, we ain't here. We are not here. We are the most misogynic, violent genre of music. We are gladiators. If you're gonna get up on Hot 97 with your funky ass and you can't rap, and your funky ass can't rap, then guess what? When someone tells you can't rap, you know what you do? You say okay, and you don't go home. You don't cry. You know what you do?
You don't sleep and you practice, bitch.
You know what you do? You do an 80s. You do an 80s Rocky montage.
Like you make your own shit.
Right.
You don't get PTSD. You know what I mean? Yo, fuck out of here. I got PTSD.
And I'm the sympathetic one of the group. So I appreciate her sharing her feelings. I appreciate that she has feelings, and I can understand that sometimes people say things that fucking hurt our feelings. But as creative entrepreneurs, whether you rapping, singing, painting, juggling, somebody, and making jokes like Bishop.
Also in DJing a little bit like Phenomenal.
No, right. Oh yeah, I thought you were saying you were a DJ Bishop. Yes, and like but like you have to be able to take some criticism because it may be there to like be your growing place, right?
Right.
It might be the catalyst for the better version of yourself, the better version or space for your craft to flourish in. So you got to be open, and that takes some
maturity.
Criticism or constructive criticism. Yeah, you have to be mature to be able to process it, right? And you need to be able to discern between bullshit,
exactly,
and genuine
constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
I think what you need a person in your camp that don't like shit. That's what you need. You need the motherfucker in there in your camp that just say no to everything. Like,
I say this all the time. Talk about accountability friends. Do you have friends that hold you accountable for the things you say you're gonna do? Like the person that you claim you want to be. Do you have people in your life that hold you accountable for your shit?
Right.
And if you don't, and you just walk around and they patting you on your head, they might not love you as much as you think.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Listen, you need a mug. I like to call that, who do you think you are, friend? Like, you ever had the, like, yo, they come in a joint, you like, yo, I'm doing this. Like, nigga, who do you think you are? I'm such and such. And what does that mean? It's Tuesday. That means nothing on this Tuesday. You have not done anything. Like one time I said this. I said, somebody was acting very bougie. And I said, man, you know what we doing? We are telling jokes in a place where they make sandwiches in the morning. We have not made it. We have not made it.
That part.
I don't care how much you thought you killed this open mic. Nigga, we ain't done shit. You ain't get paid to come out here. Ain't nobody
That's
paid
real.
you.
There's a food truck. There's a food truck next to my stage.
No, when I say this right here, it ain't even got to be a food truck. They asked the person just said, you know what? I want to sell more drinks, so I'm gonna allow comedy to come in here, or I'm gonna allow open mic to come in. You are rapping in a bar. The stage is you know the small stage. Everybody's been on a small stage when it says 6 inches above the floor. You know what I'm saying? And that's your stage. You stay eye level. Like, so if you say the wrong thing, a motherfucker snatch your ass off the stage.
Mop you in the face.
I apologize. I apologize for that last.
But yes, that's the way we grow. Like being comfortable with some constructive criticism. And I can understand that it may have felt harsh, that it was embarrassing, right?
I'm sure it was
right.
embarrassing.
Embarrassment is a real functional human emotion. Be embarrassed. Say I was embarrassed. And now I'm finna take my ass back to the drawing board and use that shit
and start again.
That's it.
Right. But what I would, and I want to say this right. Would the criticism been so harsh if she would have just chilled? Because sometimes
I
don't think
people
so.
People with harsh criticism, people like myself, I try to give you an out. Okay, cool. We going no. Okay, because when I know I don't have a filter, and if I tell you the honest truth, that shit, and I'm gonna say that shit loud. So that means other people are gonna hear when I'm just telling you. And I'm like, nah, yeah, let's talk about that later. But you pushing, y'all need to rap. And Ebro like, let's go ahead.
Nah, son.
And look, and to even put even more context, I mean, we're gonna get off of this in a second, but like in the interview, he was asking like, who do you listen to? Who's your favorite rapper? She said Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown. Like she was naming people who are of a certain caliber. Yeah. And then and at the time she had one song that was never intended to be like a single. It was just one of those things that the internet picked up and it became a thing. She got signed, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then put her in different position. And like I said, the whole interview, she kept pressing them to let her rap. She was like, they were trying to have a conversation. She was like, yeah, but I got these bars though. Like, yeah, I want to rap though. He's like, yeah, we'll get to that. But like you said, if she wouldn't have pressed them as hard, I feel like he knew already because he was basing it off of what he had heard. He was like, I know it's about to happen. I'm trying to save you, just like Bishop was saying. I'm giving you an out. Don't keep pressing me. But if you're gonna make me tell the truth, I'm really tell you the truth.
The bear, when I say this right here, the bear,
know how Ebro talk.
The bear looks cuddly and cute until you jump in the cage with it.
Until you jump in it.
When you jump in the cage with the bear, then that's a whole different situation. And now you got to have your bear smacking abilities up. So you know what I'm saying? You see how the time that's called a callback to a last
show. That was nice.
That is a callback. That was good.
That was good.
I'm so proud of you, Bishop.
Them transitions right there.
I'm so proud of you. And I ain't transitioning to New York, giving New York love. I don't have time for that shit. Yes, I think this is a great. I'm not doing it though. I'm just gonna say, like, I like the direction that they're going in. So New York, Cuomo had been talking about legalizing marijuana in the state of New York, and today it has been recreational marijuana has been legalized, as well as the fact that they are going to be expunging people's records. I can appreciate that part the most, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because that's been the challenges that as something becomes legal across the country, there are people, mostly Black people, incarcerated.
Mostly Black men. Yeah.
Mostly Black men incarcerated. Or even if they have been released, they have records and those follow them and they are having challenge. It creates a constant cycle of challenge for them to be successful. Meanwhile, younger people who don't look like them are finding their way into this business and becoming millionaires by way of the same exact plant that your cousin is locked up for. So I think this is a beautiful move in the right direction in terms of if we're going to legalize, because I feel like it's going to happen federally before it does in every state.
Just do it.
Of course.
Just do it.
Yeah.
It's marijuana. Like, Like my thing is right here. If half of the Capitol building smokes weed or does cocaine, like as you know, all our senators have the most best weed and all the greatest cocaine. If they don't have it themselves, somebody in their family got it. What I'm saying is right here. If you don't think that these suit and tie people are on drugs, Americans built on drugs. That's all we have. You know what I'm saying? Coca-Cola right now imports the most non-cocaine, decocained coca leaves than any other company. They get it from, they just get it in, they buy it because it's still coca leaves in Coca-Cola. It's just decocaine with a high where you get a high at. It's kind of like getting CBD oil. I learned that like shit last week looking at the history of the food and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's an awesome situation. So it's really true. You know what I mean? And so it's like this. So it's marijuana. You know what I mean? The only reason why marijuana is a class, what was a class 1 drug? Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's because of like, you know what I'm saying, because of big tobacco. Because it's a better opportunity for people to get to what they want, because it helps out a bunch of stuff that the shit you put in your system for pharmaceuticals, you don't have to use it. You know what I'm saying? If you smoke marijuana or if you ingest marijuana or whatever, do it. So I think it's dope. I think it's awesome. I think that everybody should smoke a little weed, you know what I'm saying, or do an edible, see how it feels. Like if they just had National Edible Day, you just gave everybody of legal consent a little bit of edibles, let them see how they feel.
Right. So the age in New York State is 21.
Right. And I think you should be.
Yeah, the age is 21, not an 18. I know some states they're different ages in different states, but the age is 21. And I can't remember the amount, but there's obviously there's going to be an amount. And I just think it's a really great move in the right direction of restructuring like marijuana laws. And we have to have different states model different components and see how those things play out, so that when we come to federally enact it, we can incorporate those components into like the federal law that moves forward, right? So that it's not just California and New York doing the right thing in terms of attempting to create some equity in the marijuana industry, right? So that it's a national conversation and a national transition, so that everyone can benefit in some capacity. Because California's got some really great shit in terms of like laws and structures, like how if you start a cannabis business, you have to go in, I think, with someone who has been convicted of a marijuana crime. And a lot of times they're just paying them out so that they can say, yeah, I got him, and those folks are just taking a paycheck. Right. But there is still room for them to choose not to just take a paycheck and become a functional partner within that industry, right? Because if you're familiar with the structure of of buying into cannabis legally, there are some hurdles and some economic, what would we call those? I don't want to say the same word, hurdle, but economic challenges. Yeah, not even a pitfall. Just it can be an expensive endeavor.
Right.
That a lot of people may not have the capital to be involved in otherwise.
Yeah, it's a rich man's game for sure. Like you have to have the backing, and you have to be able to do it. Strongholds, yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Brevin, you better be quiet, because I'm gonna be calling you next. So just so you know, keep on talking, you're gonna wind your ass up on here too.
He can read at a high. He reads above a 4th grade level. So how he writes in the comments is awesome.
Oh my God! Wow.
He uses correct diction.
He uses proper diction.
Can't help it.
He uses proper diction. You know what I'm saying? He also uses punctuation.
Oh gosh! Somebody in Jesus come get Bishop, so that we
you can't because I'm still out here switching my B's and C's because of my gang affiliation. But so
you gonna get fired from your job
Man, don't
from
know.
breaking into the internet cafe if you don't
Listen,
stop fucking
man,
around.
let's sell my job is this right here. Please keep me. So, but nah, I think that yeah, man, like it's time like to get like honestly, I think the world would be a better place if we just let everybody do the drugs they wanted to do. Like if you could get your heroin for CVS, it's a better heroin. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Let's go to CVS and get a little heroin. You know what I mean?
Safer heroin.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and let's get our cocaine from Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? Or the resident crack houses would be so much nicer. You know what I'm saying? When you come into a crack house, you got a place where you can right.
Crack.
See that? That was another callback. You see that? See what
That
I
was
did there?
good.
but it's like this because people want to say, "Oh no, it's going no." People do the drugs. The same amount of people that do the drugs right now that are legal are the same amount of people that's going to do them when they're legal.
Yeah.
I've never like it's like this. There has been. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start drinking until I was 22. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. I didn't just like start really getting alcohol and stuff and like that and being a lush till I was 22. I didn't do a bunch of drinking and all that stuff because why? I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke cigarettes. I didn't smoke weed during all the when everybody because you know what I realized? I realized that the only reason why y'all niggas smoking weed is because you want to be cool. You're trying to impress somebody. I'm cool by my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with being me. So y'all go do that. I don't need to be high. Can you imagine me high? When I told you I learned myself at 16, I was like, this is who I'm going to be. And I've been that same person ever since.
That's
I
sweet.
knew who I was. And I knew that I don't need to do smoke weed because Snoop Dogg said smoke weed. I've had dudes that heard. Remember when on Wu-Tang when he said, "Yo, I got the honey dip blunts." Let me tell you a quick story. These niggas went.
Your stories will never quit.
Listen, these niggas went and got a blunt and rolled it up, a fat ass blunt, and dipped the shit directly into the honey.
We all know the same people. This is not a new story.
And
all of Black America had this shit happen.
Why did y'all?
We all know.
You're not
put
supposed
it in
to
the microwave. All kinds of stuff.
A Bishop, as the non-weed smoker in the group, what happened? The honey doesn't light on fire? Is that the point of the story?
Light on fire. They wasted. They were trying to wipe this
and you can't save it after you've dipped it in the honey.
It's honey. It's honey.
Honey is a humectant. Honey is a humectant. It has moisturizing properties. Moisture and fire say fuck your life. They don't go together.
Nope.
That's terrible.
Yo, they dipped the shit and it was just all soggy. And you know what I did in my corner?
What'd you do?
I roasted every last. They were honey roasted. By the time I finished, I was like, "Listen, you niggas are probably that's why I don't smoke weed.
Bastards.
You like if I ever wanted to smoke weed, they fucked it up for me. It was like, nah, I'm not smoking it now because y'all smoke weed every day and y'all dipping blunts in honey. When you were supposed to do this right here, you're supposed to take the honey and just lightly drizzle it within the blunt and put your weed because it helps. It burns slower. That's all. You know what I'm saying? You stupid honey dip blunt having, but yeah. So that was my quick story on that shit. So, but I said, yo, be yourself. You're gonna do the drugs. Let people do the drugs they want to do, as long as they ain't robbing and killing nobody.
Yep.
I think that's what it is. If you had drugs that were affordable and that were good drugs that didn't make anybody spaz out, you get the drugs. The people get on the drugs. You stop the drug testing. You have a better society.
Well, and we also need to stop treating addiction like a crime.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the bigger things is like the reason why there's such high recidivism is that we treat people that have addictions and like really are having mental health issues or health issues, we treat them like criminals.
Right.
And so then what was like something that could have been treated with counseling, could have been treated with detox, could have been treated with like all these other things. You know, you send them to jail and now they're on harder stuff than they were on before. And like you have a whole other issue that you didn't have. So like I hope that the decriminalization of weed leads to the decriminalization of addiction as well.
And also it's like this, they wouldn't be addicted if they were on the drugs they were supposed to be on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to
right, if you're self-medicating,
right, if you're self-medicating, it's like
but
this,
you
like,
have to even be aware that that's happening, right? But if you don't even know, there are people who are literally just taking different kinds of drugs. And they think, well, I just want to be chill. I'm just trying to chill out. I just chill out. And they do it 4, 5, 8 times a day, or, you know, it's a some heavier substance. They don't even know what's happening.
It's like this, make the medicine that people actually really need affordable. That way they don't have to self-medicate. You make healthcare available for everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? So that way you build in therapy, mental and physical therapy in your employee program, health programs. So that
therapy
way
should be part of reparations.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
No, Candy. Oh my gosh. Yes. Like that totally, like financial counseling, therapy for PTSD, because half of these people out here are suffering from PTSD.
If we have Title I,
not Ebro sweetie PTSD, but like real
right,
PTSD.
real ass shit, right? Like, so how they have Title I schools, you have a certain percentage of certain demographic within your school. You get funding for
free lunch and all that,
free lunch or reading, right? There should be a component that incorporates therapy into those schools, right? So that we normalize it. We're teaching young people like how to manage their feelings, to recognize
conflict resolution.
Conflict resolution. If we start all that shit in the beginning, we won't have a lot of this bullshit problems.
You
just
know
let
what?
us run the country. Like,
go ahead and let Intelligent Ratchet run the country. Like, we don't want to run the country. We just want to run the shit that affects the people. Like, y'all can keep all the pop of circumstance with the presidency and all that shit. Just let us be the Black Illuminati. Let us go ahead in here and just fuck around and just control the blacks and make us better. You know what I'm saying? And be like,
that's all I want. That's all I want to do is make everybody better.
Everybody better.
We'll make the blacks better.
Because it doesn't matter if we're talking about like country music or like mental health. When you take care of Black people, it benefits
everybody.
Right? Because unfortunately, it's been thought of as a lower common denominator. All of those things are improve the circumstance of other people in other spaces as well that may not have been aware that they needed that service, had those issues, blase.
But hold on. There is a group that if we help the blacks that are going to go by the wayside, the prison system. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine how small prisons are going to be when all the blacks are not there to fill it up?
Exactly.
Maybe they'll start arresting the white cops that shoot Black people. Boom! That way you can keep that.
And that's why I will forever be for term limitations, because until politicians have to live in the world of their own laws,
right,
they will get to continue to do things that don't impact them. Right? I am completely for term limitations for the majority of political offices, so that you can't be a fucking senator for 20 years and then you never be impacted by the laws that you create, right? You get to live inside somewhere and not matter,
and be
right.
Insulated.
Give yourself raises, insulated. That's why I'm for term limitations. A lot of our societal ails that can be solved politically,
right,
would be adjusted if motherfuckers just couldn't spend 20 years in office. If all you could do is 4 years, that shit too. After 4 years, or after 6 years, that's all, yo. That's it. You got to go live in the motherfucking world. How you gonna make money? Right now, they're doing that. That's not how it's going down.
Yep, you got to go write a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, if you want to stay there for the rest of your life as a public servant, fine. We just not gonna pay you for the shit.
We're not gonna pay you anymore.
Now sit your old stale ass up there for the rest of, you know what I'm saying? You know, with them stale ass ideas, because the ideas is just stale. It's like this: the shit that I dealt with in the '90s has nothing to do with the shit that's going on right now.
Right.
It has Not.
Right.
Even though I could be the most youngest progressive person ever, but guess what? Ideals have to change, and unless you put yourself around people that change your ideas, you know what I mean, you're not doing anything. You're not doing any good for anybody. Even if you're the most positive person ever, you know what I mean, your ideas are still going to miss the point if you're not putting people that challenge your ideas.
Yep.
They all become consultants. I mean,
lobbyists. That's why they need
lobbyists and consultants. Yeah.
That's why they need us to come in. The Black Illuminati will come in. We'll be like, hey, this is what the shit's not going on. Boom. We're gonna have some white people with us. We're gonna have like Travis, you know what I'm saying, from the Chiefs. He gonna come in, you know what I'm saying, with his parts and shit.
With the tight right.
Like, we're gonna have Channing Tatum, because Channing Tatum can dance. He could do the you know what I mean, magic Mic roll.
He could do
the body that roll. Shoulder move. He be like,
he can body
wait,
roll.
How I go, Bishop?
Oh man, why do we have to keep going through this? Rissi, stop laughing at him. You're encouraging bad behavior.
I'm sorry, but it was good. It was a good body roll.
It's always Channing Tatum got them body rolls. I see why y'all like him.
Gosh.
Channing Tatum.
Gosh.
Channing Tatum's
all
right.
Gracious. So,
he's all right.
Do I get to?
Hey, wait. Hold on. Can I jump in 1 second? If you're gonna talk about Channing Tatum, I was looking at your profile and I seen you posted Lenny Kravitz a little while back when he was on the cover. What was that? Was it Health magazine?
Men's
or
Health.
Men's Health.
Men's Abs magazine. Is that what it was called?
First of all,
basically, might as well be.
Lenny Kravitz is 97 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he be drinking that blood out them shoes.
No, that's what happens when you get good heroin.
Diet. That's a vegan diet.
Yeah, that's a vegan diet.
Damn, I need to get vegan.
But I need to get vegan. I'm looking like Lenny.
Y'all don't need my ass out here with that much power. Like, I wouldn't be on.
Bishop gonna have 6-pack and titties. That's gonna be funny.
Oh no, no.
6-pack and titties.
We were doing so well.
Listen, first of all,
I'm sorry, Bishop. I'm sorry.
I don't have my man boobs aren't that prominent. You know what I mean? My shit's so different.
They're not.
See, look at that. That's still man chesty. You see that?
Why everybody get quiet when you say that's still Manchester?
That's still Manchester. Got a body roll.
It's Manchester.
You know what I'm saying? But I like
as long
the fact
as you know a motherfucker that likes it. That's really all that matters.
Right. That's all that matters.
Like, listen, when I'm gonna say this right here, you got to be comfortable who you are, because you know the only kind of like what she said with Lenny Kravitz. You know why he looks that well? Because Lenny Kravitz eats grass. You know what I'm saying? And when you eat grass and shit without meat in it, without a soul, when you eat shit without a soul, you look. That's the way you look. You know why they call it soul food? Because you look like you got a soul. You know what I'm saying? That fat is where your soul is. You know what I mean? It's in your fat. That's where your soul is kept. See, all
Jesus
y'all
is in the fat. I know.
Jesus is in the fat, the fat of the lamb. You know what I'm saying? The fats of the lamb, or the blood. Either way,
blood
of the lamb.
The blood and the fat is together.
Not the fat of the lamb. No.
Not the fat of the lamb.
You gotta have
Is it ranting? Is it a ranting?
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere in the book.
What I'm saying is this right here. Jesus used lamb fat. That's how he got bronze, because that's good for tanning.
Tanning.
Y'all are stupid.
Y'all be okay with listen. But nah, like I said, it's my fault that I'm fat, and I know that. But you know what I do? I'm like, hey, look at this.
Bishop,
like,
you're not fat.
I am. I'm a little bit healthy around the belly. I got a dad bod. I got 5 kids. I got, I'm so, I'm comfortable.
Wow.
I'm comfortable.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And
it's
like this. Honestly,
just 5 kids.
And honestly, as far as a fat person is concerned, a guy with a dad bod, I don't have a face that says you have a dad bod because I look
That's
young.
right. You don't. And you know how to wear the baby tees to kind of like fuck with that. Like
I know
how to do the angles and wear the baby tees.
Shoulders. See, when you got broad shoulders and a thick neck, you get the athletic tees because they tight up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of flare out at the bottom, so that way it look like you up under there. So
I look very
aggressive. So it's like even though
you
shit to them because it could shit out you.
Right. all that. Yup.
That's all you gotta do. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
You're not that chunky. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So get you a chunky man. Y'all gonna fuck around. Y'all gonna need somebody that can be able to like protect you from some shit. And you won't
Look.
get Lenny Kravitz, and Lenny
Look.
Kravitz going fucking off that grass. Out of here.
Nobody said there was anything wrong with either end of the spectrum of man.
Yes, it is. There's something wrong with them skinny niggas. Fuck them skinny niggas with they bumps. With they man bumps.
He don't know. Reese, he don't know.
Hey,
Reese, he don't know.
Killmonger
Reese,
looking at.
he don't know. He don't know, Reese. It's not his fault.
Killmonger
He's
looking
ignorant.
at.
I hate them with all your scarification out here. But the body, you got speed bumps on your body, making this sound ziz 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 ziz.
Is it my turn, Bishop?
Yes, it is your turn.
Yes, sir.
This is Candy's random thought. Shh.
And yo,
Allow it to grow.
I really, really like Nipsey Hussle. And he died 2 years ago today, right?
mm-hmm.
That Victory Lap album is like Thug Motivation 101 for a younger generation.
Right.
Like, the themes, the intent, the motivational intent behind it, like the jewels that are dropped, the wonderful production, it's the same shit. And I'm just glad we got to get some of it. I ain't even angry today. I had too tranquil of a week to be angry. So you just can't get my rant is peace. Full as fuck. So yeah. That man contributed while he was here. So like thanks, Nipsey Hussle. That's all I got, y'all.
Word.
All right.
Nice.
So I gotta come with a mean shit to say. And I had one. And here it is. If you are over the age of 25 years old, stop switching your B's with your C's because of your gang affiliate. I said something about that later on. Like, I'm tired of getting bigorettes. I'm tired of getting, you know what I'm saying, bookies. You know, like, yo, you got to get the bookies off the bigorette. Listen, I understand, bro. I understand, cuz, that you out here. But listen, you are 7 years removed from your GED.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There is no reason why you should be out here changing your B and C words up on Facebook. Listen, I understand you think it's cool, but hey, we understand who you rock with. You got all red on your page and all that stuff, but listen, tired of you switching up my B's with my 8s. It makes it hard for me to read. And then you be like, yo, then you want to, hey, yo, kiss up. Like, listen, bruh, no, you're not going to call kiss up. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. I'm going to wear these red pants to your house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the gang. That's what I'm saying. So stop changing your B and C words. Use a regular word. We know. Use a thug in these streets because you want the internet.
Aww.
Sick of it. Like, it's an age limit for that shit. Stop it. Like, nigga, me and you got gray hair in your beard, B. You still, what the fuck is you doing?
A special. Reese.
So,
where can we...
Her face was like, no, what? We're supposed to follow that?
What am I? Anything.
This is the part where you tell us, you know, where can everybody follow you? Where can they get your new album? That's what we're about to say. Tell us about it. Where can they see
I can
you?
do that. You can hear my show, Color Me Country Radio, on Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. on Apple Music Country. And I understand I'm not supposed to, don't tell the bosses I told y'all this, but you can get a free, I believe, 6-month membership to Apple Music if you go to Groupon right now. But you can listen to the show for free if you listen to it when it's live. So from 7 to 9 on Sundays, you can hear the show for free without a subscription. You can contribute to the Color Me Country Artist Grant Fund if you feel so inclined, for artists of color that are pursuing careers in country music. 100% of the money goes to them, not to me. And you can find that at colormecountry.com. And all my music and where I'm playing and all that stuff is on RissiPalmermusic.com.
Excellent.
So when you come back on the show, I mean, you can come back next week. You were awesome, you know. So we liked you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I liked you guys. This is
Right.
fun. No, I would love to come back anytime. I'm down. Y'all are
You don't have
great.
to make that
This is
decision right
fun.
now. We'll,
No, you
we'll
can.
figure out a
No,
time. We'll figure out a
We
time.
want you to make a decision.
Okay, 2 weeks? No, like we can.
What you doing next
figure it
Thursday?
out.
We ain't even on next Thursday. We ain't
We
even
don't have
on
a show Thursday. Shut up, Bishop.
We just could get
We'll
into
just,
the thing.
we'll
and
just talk. It's
talk.
fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Just talk. No big whoop.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Y'all were fun. This was good.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you for real.
Oh,
That
thank you
you
for
are.
having me.
And we learned something. I like learning shit. I like learning shit from my guests.
True.
Yeah.
Edutainment.
Edutainment.
I hope you learn some things. I hope you come away with some.
I've learned so much.
Wonderful. Thank y'all
I'll
so
tell you,
much.
I really was like when she said the thing about the booby. I like.
Sorry.
Oh man,
Oh my gosh.
It's how we love each other.
that's how we love each other.
I love that.
And then this what happens is when I see Rissi in public, she like the boobies. I'm like, God damn it. Now I gotta explain.
Yes, there you go.
I gotta explain. She can be with her husband and shit. I gotta explain to him and shit like the reason
Right,
why
what
she
does
all
this
got
mean?
What's this mean? Listen, bro.
But it was like,
I gotta talk with my hands a bunch. Like, listen, bro. You gotta
But
understand.
man, you know, we'll see what happened was.
See
and-
what
what happened was.
Because y'all don't have that.
So-
Y'all don't have that chill. Women don't have that chill. They'll call you some shit and then say that shit. In
No,
public.
they totally
like when
will.
brothers will say that shit as a whisper or some shit like you like, ha, ha, boom, or we'll do an inside joke. Y'all like, yeah, this shit got titties. Like, what? Hey, titty little. Like, what the fuck? I'm over here with my damn kids. We at the park. Like,
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere. Why you want to be?
That's my mama over there.
What's up over here? I'm out here trying to host this show. Man. I'm over here with these cats that change their B's and C's. You calling me titty little in front of these niggas? Just can't- You don't see the situation
Now
I'm in.
everybody, right now, everybody just call them little titty nuggets, little
You
chicken titties, little chicken titties.
know what I'm saying? Now I'm titties now. I'm no longer Bishop Omega. A nickname that I gave myself that was strong. You know what I'm saying? No, now I gotta be titty
It's
little.
strong.
I gotta be
Strong.
titty little now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's okay,
Hi,
Bishop.
Brevin. Thank you. And thank you, Daniel. Yes, please check out the show.
Yeah, Daniel's a friend of the show. Daniel's a friend
Definitely
of the show.
friend of the show.
We like
No,
that.
it's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, hey guys, we got 6 minutes. P Nominal. What you got going on, brother, for this week?
Hey man, you already know I live on IG, so definitely make sure you follow me on IG. And we didn't get to talk about this last week because we had some other debates, but super proud that we were in the Indie Week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was up under there. You can't see because my light's a little too bright. My ring light's a little too bright, but we in front of
Oh,
it.
you're in Kaisha's. You're in Kaisha's. Come on,
And-
that's awesome.
And news just in, if you look on the back, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to nominate your favorites for the next Indie Best of the Triangle 2021, so you can have your favorite podcast, Intelligently Ratchet. Make sure you vote for us. That's hot off the presses. This just happened. It's back. So I want to make that announcement right now. Make your way over to Indie Week. We'll have it on our pages so that you can click the link. But vote for us as your favorite podcast. And you know, we were up last year, so hopefully we take it home this year. So
yep.
That's all I got, man.
We've been up every year since we started.
Since we started, yeah.
Since we started, yep. 4 years in a row
That's awesome.
of pure ass kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kazi. You know what I'm saying? This is his idea, so we love him for that. You know what I mean? Candy, what you got popping off outside of going to the wilderness and painting trees and shit?
I'm finishing up at the small piece. I think about it, y'all. Look,
You look
if you
so
saw my
sad.
to-do list. No, I had to think about it. I was like, y'all, let's see my to-do list. I gotta finish up the painting at the Selfie Symposium. It's supposed to open the end of this week. It's over by South Point Mall. And I'm gonna watch Godzilla and Kong. I'm gonna watch. I need to wait.
Listen, that shit is so dope. So far, because I had to go off of it to come do the show with y'all because I was gonna call out.
I'm gonna put it up on my screen. I'm gonna use my projector either inside or outside. I haven't decided. Depending on if I watch it tonight or tomorrow night. I'm gonna just throw it up on the projector because I feel like it deserves a bigger screen than my TV. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm gonna do.
Your 97-inch TV, I like it. Kenny's TV is like it's by itself. So man, I'm working on the EP this week, so I won't be on Straight to Tape this week. Yeah, so I'm not really fired. I had to go on vacation. I told them, with the babies, we went to tiny house living. Have you been to the tiny house yet, Rissi?
No, not yet.
Yo, you gotta
I don't want to.
Yo, it's a spot out in Charlotte that by a lake, they got tiny houses. You got to go out there. You know what I'm saying?
They got them in Rocky Mount too. They got them in Rocky Mount.
I wouldn't go to Rocky Mount tiny house. I'm scared of Rocky Mount. They get it lit in Rocky Mount.
No, it's there. Rocky Mount's trying to be the Durham. So imagine earlier, yeah. Okay, so Rocky Mount they got tiny houses. They're redoing their old like factory mill into kind of like how our American Tobacco campus is. It's being done by the same people too. Capital Broadcasting is investing there. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
There's tiny houses there. That's like an hour away, maybe 45, 50 minutes away. So that if you're not trying to drive all the way to the Charlottes.
Yeah. It's another place. But try a tiny house. If you haven't been to tiny house, it's as magical as you see it on the tiny house living. Like if you like me and you can watch 19 episodes of Tiny House and just let your life just go past and you ain't did shit all day, I'm that person. I'm like HGTV, get me every time. Property Brothers and Tiny House Living.
Okay, Property Brothers I can get with. I can't get with a tiny house. Like I need space. I need people away from me.
We need workspace.
I love my children. I love my husband. I need like a room.
But I feel like y'all tall people in your family. I feel like you like 5.
No, we are. My husband is 6'4" and I'm 5'9".
Yeah, you're huge. You're man size.
Huge.
Yeah, you are.
You're bishop.
Look at my hands. I'm just saying.
You smacking bears.
I feel weird because I'm little and got big hands. That shit don't match. I should be like 4 inches taller.
No, your hands don't look that big, but when you walk, it'll be like a floop-a-doop. It look like you can tie your shoes without.
I know.
She'd be like fadoop-a-doop. Her knees. It'd be her knees.
Remember, Rissi, when you went on a date with a dude and you first time you held his hand and your shit wrapped all the way around his
around his hand.
I love that shit.
It's not. It feels like you're holding a children's hand.
Or guys will be like,
it doesn't matter.
My hands like. Damn, like when you do the thing when you're being
and
like my fingers are like far eclipsing your hand, and it's like
this is how all my dates look.
Hey, honey.
Yo, that's how it be. That shit is not. That's not. It don't work. It's bad. It makes it feel.
I used to like women because I'm only 5'8", so you know what I'm saying. I used to love women that was taller than me, yo. Because what it was that challenge of trying to trying to convince you. To date me. It was that challenge. Like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be okay. And then I'm saying, I'm a good person. Come on out.
That's hilarious. Well, I used to. I've only dated like one man shorter than me, and he was like way shorter than me. And because I like heels.
5'1".
He was a rapper. I'm not gonna tell y'all who, but
it was
when I lived.
Be quiet. Most rappers are short. First of all, she got up and walked away.
What a guess! Wow,
that was a good guess.
Oh, I'm gonna pee on myself.
That is wild.
Yo, no, the reason why Lil Zay popped in my mind because
I'm trying to figure out why is she laughing so loud.
Listen. I had a whole rant on why I didn't like Lil Zane. Like if I see Lil Zane today, I will punch him.
It's on site.
I had a whole rant. Like I'm just gonna punch Lil Zane if I see him. Like that's the person I'm gonna steal off on. And I just picked him randomly, and now that she's in my head as a go-to rapper. My God. He's a handsome young man, though. I mean,
This was a long, like we were like, I was
Guys,
18.
it
Like,
was
I
still
was
those Zane.
18.
It was. You got that
It
Zane
was-
on you.
Oh, her face fell apart. She's so red. Y'all can't even see how red Reese is over there.
Yo.
She don't know what to do with herself right now.
Her light turned off. Everything. Say time to go. It is time
Look,
to go.
we got exclusive news.
Yo.
Right, y'all?
Hey, yo, we ended the
Exclusive,
broadcast right now. This has been Intelligent Ratchet. We love y'all. Peace out.